Hey folks, how you doing? It's December 21st, 4 days till Christmas 2024. Woke up this morning and there was a dusting of snow. First snow of the year. Here is the weather. Can you believe it? Wind chill factor of 14 degrees. I'd stay in, but I'm going over to my daughter's for the Christmas dinner tonight. They're celebrating it a few days early to fit in with people's schedules, etc. I thought I would just talk about several things going on in the news politically. The big news to me is what's happening to these the press, and how they've attacked Trump and how they're paying for it now. Here's what that little snit, George Stephanopoulos, did and what happened to him. Listen to how he talks about Trump's being found guilty of rape.
You've endorsed Donald Trump for president. Judges and two separate juries have found him liable for rape. Donald Trump has been found liable for rape by a jury. I'm asking you a question about why you endorse someone who's been found liable for rape. Someone who's been found liable for rape, you have to answer the question. Why are you supporting someone who's been found liable for rape? They are afraid to come forward, as you said, because they are defamed by those who commit the rape. You don't find it offensive that Donald Trump has been found liable for rape? Well, actually, what you're doing is defending a man who's been found liable for rape. I don't understand how you can do that. The judge affirmed that it was, in fact, rape. Donald Trump was found to have committed rape. That's just a fact.
Yeah, over and over and over, 5 times he kept saying Trump was found guilty of rape. He was. He was found guilty of sexual abuse, and there's a big difference. There are legal differences. That's why they have them. But that little asshole didn't really care. He said what he wanted to say. Now, even though $1 million of it came out of his pocket, there's $16 million in total that they have to pay. ABC pays $15, means nothing to him, but it's sort of like a slap in the face. Maybe he learned a lesson. Others are worried. Jake Tapper of CNN.
The dehumanizing rhetoric of Adolf Hitler is once again alive and well on a national political stage. If you were to open up a copy of Hitler's Mein Kampf, you would find the Nazi leader describing the mixing of non-Germans with Germans as poisoning. The Jew, Hitler wrote, quote, poisons the blood of others. There's really no other way to say it. Donald Trump's language mirrors this directly.
Yeah, I hope he does go after that guy with his nose in the air. Just can't stand Jake Tapper. And he's one of the stars of CNN, along with Anderson Cooper. And they both hate Trump, and it's very clear they're not journalists at all. Meanwhile, conservatism is winning. Trump held a press conference the other day, 70-minute long press conference. Answered questions from everybody that asked questions. He didn't care. How can you compare this to Biden, who, starting when he was running for president back in 2020, he hid in the basement when he didn't even come out. He wouldn't talk to anybody. Never had press conferences. And I don't know how the Democrats got away with this. They lied and lied and lied and lied about how he was doing. They said he was sharp as attack. He was nothing of the kind. He was losing it and losing it. They all lied. Even the press that met him lied. Where we Americans could see, of SoftBank talking about his investment or his company's investment in the United States.
We'll discuss a couple of points. We'll take some questions later if you'd like. I'm sure you might have one or two. I'd be shocked if you didn't. I'd be very impressed. But I'm honored to welcome one of the most accomplished business leaders of our time, the founder and CEO of SoftBank, everybody knows, Masayoshi Son. Masa runs one of the largest companies in Japan, and among the most successful investment and technology companies anywhere in the world, one of the most successful investors in the world. They're looking to do 100, and I've looked at their books. They do have the possibility of doing more. I'm going to ask them to do a little bit more, but first I'm going to ask them to speak and just to say a few words. Masa, please. Thank you. Thank you, please. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm very, very excited. I would really like to celebrate the great victory of President Trump. And my confidence level to the economy of the United States has tremendously increased with his victory. So because of that, I'm now excited to commit this $100 billion and 100,000 jobs into the United States. This is double of last time, as President Trump said. Because I say, oh, President Trump is a double-down president. I'm going to have to double down, $100 billion and 100,000 jobs. This is, my confidence level, because that has doubled down.
All right. I'm going to ask him right now. Would you make it $200 billion instead of that? He can actually, believe it or not, he can actually afford to do that. Would you do that?
Well, my promise is 100, but he's now asking to do more. I think with your leadership, my partnership with you, with your support, I will try to make it happen.
That's good.
All right.
200. He'll make it happen. 200 million investment.
He is a great negotiator.
He's a brilliant guy.
Yeah, conservatism is alive and well around the world and growing and expanding. For example, in Canada, Pierre Trudeau is the Liberal Prime Minister, and he's been Prime Minister for 10 years. That's dying out. He's losing all support. He'll be going soon. It's a parliamentary country, so they call elections. I've never been sure how that works. I don't like it, but that's what they're doing. They do the same thing in England. But anyway, in any event, here is the head of the Conservative Party. His name is Pierre Poilievre, something like that, in Canada, the head of the Conservative Party in Canada. He's putting a member of the press in his place. I enjoy this.
Wit and undeniable facts, Pierre turned the tables, leaving the reporter scrambling to recover.
On the topic, I mean, in terms of your sort of strategy currently, you're obviously taking the populist pathway.
What does that mean?
Well, appealing to people's more emotional levels, I would guess. I mean,
What do you mean by that?
certainly you tap very strong ideological language quite frequently.
Like what?
Left wing, this and that, right wing. I mean, it's that type of ideological spectrum.
I never really talk about left
But
or right.
anyways, a lot
I
of
don't really believe in that.
Okay, a lot of people would say that you're simply taking a page out of the Donald Trump book.
Like which people would say that?
Well, I'm sure a great many Canadians, but
Like who?
I don't know who, but
Well, you're the one who asked the question, so
yeah.
You must know somebody.
Okay, I'm sure there's some out there, but anyways, the point of this question is, I mean, why should Canadians trust you with their vote, given not just the sort of ideological inclination in terms of taking the page out of Donald Trump's book, but
What are you
also
talking about? What page? What page? Can you give me a page? Give me the page. You keep saying that.
In terms of turning things quite dramatically, in terms of Trudeau and the left wing and all of this. I mean, you make quite a it's quite a play that you make on it. So I'm
not
just
sure.
wondering.
I don't know what your question
Okay,
is.
then forget that. Why should Canadians trust you with their vote?
Common sense.
Okay.
Common sense for a change. We're going to make common sense common in this country. We don't have any common sense in the current government.
It quickly became clear that the reporter had done no research about Poilievre before coming to the interview. Poilievre did not get mad or throw insults at this man. The questions were dismantled quickly and clearly with no hesitation, and he did it all while casually munching on an apple. Now that's impressive.
Enjoyed that. Well, this was just a quickie. Be back in a few days with some more comments on things as they happen. Bye for now. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you're on TikTok, make sure you indicate that you're following me. I'd like to show a higher number of followers.